When you spend $60,000 on a camper, you expect to drive off the lot and hit the road, not head back for repairs. Well, that's what happened to a local man who says his brand new trailer leaked, wouldn't level, and sat at the dealership for weeks. He called 2 Wants to Know's Kevin Kennedy, who can now say case closed.
The reason you buy a camper is to go camping.
From the day I bought it, they had it 2 months before I ever hooked it to my truck.
Buddy Martin spending about $60,000 finally hitting the road. It didn't go well.
We couldn't get it to level.
Something not right, a problem the dealership was aware of, and one of the fixes they were making during those 2 months.
They weren't stable. It was like you were either laying with your head down like this or, you know.
Day one of trip one, already an issue. The next few days, not much better.
I got up one morning and there was water dripping on the bed.
The roof cracked or not properly sealed in several spots.
It was leaking. It was coming down through here, right up through here.
Buddy pulling it back to the dealership.
You know, you pay that much for it, you should have been able to drive off and go camping. It didn't happen.
The trailer, again, in need of repairs, not the experience he paid for.
It wasn't that I, didn't want a camper. Give me one that I can use.
But he tells News 2 the camper sat for several weeks. The problem's still not fixed. A call to us may.
Once you got a hold of them, then they started calling.
It still took a few more weeks, but eventually progress.
If it wasn't for 2 on your side, they would have never fixed it.
But he tells us a few fixes are still needed.
We got it done. I think it is.
Optimistic the dealership will make everything right.
When purchasing an expensive item like this, it's always best to inspect it thoroughly. And if repairs or fixes are needed, have those done before signing any paperwork. And look over the warranty closely so you know exactly what is and what isn't covered. Kevin Kennedy, 2 Wants to Know.